The next problem what we are going to take in even and odd, it's very important as per your branch subject, that is a technical subject. So here question is, an alternating current after passing through a full wave rectifier has the form I is equals to I naught mod of sin t in 0 less than t less than 2 pi, where I naught is the maximum current. Express I as a Fourier series and hence deduce that 1 by 2 is equals to 1 upon 1 into 3 plus 1 upon 3 into 5 plus 1 upon 5 into 7 plus so on. So now here we need to find for the Fourier series and then we need to deduce. Now in this case here the given function is been defined for the period 2 pi. As you see here, I means now it is your f of x. Okay, so far in all the problems you have been given f of x. Now here it is I means now we are going to take it as f of x. Now in place of x it is t, because the variable here it is t. So I am going to denote this as what? F of t. F of t is equals to I naught mod of sin t. Okay, so to start mod, again if mod comes, we know that mod function means it is going to take positive and negative values. So when we are taking for positive and negative values, here sine will take the positive value in the interval 0 to pi and it will take the negative value in the interval pi to 2 pi. You can check for the angles in the calculator, you will get the positive values when it is from the range 0 to pi, and it will take negative values in the range pi to 2 pi. So my I means I told you it is f of t, so I have changed this as f of t is equals to excuse me, I naught sin t in the range 0 to pi and minus I naught sin t in the range pi to 2 pi. Now again we need to check for the even and odd. If you want, you can check, because here mod sign is there, directly we are going to take it as even. Since mod sign gives us all positive values, we are going to directly say that the function is even, and hence a naught and an are 0. We are going to compute directly bn. Now here bn is 0 and we are going to talk for a naught and an. So the formula for a naught is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of t dt. In place of f of x it will become f of t. Now what is f of t? It is I naught sin t. Why did I take I naught sin t? Because my range is 0 to pi, and in the range of 0 to pi f of t is I naught sin t. So I have substituted here f of t as I naught sin t. I naught, as it is constant, it will come outside the integral sign. I need to integrate sin t, and we know that integration of sin t is minus cos t. Limits ranging from 0 to pi. Minus sign I will take it outside, remains here cos t, upper limit is cos pi minus cos 0. Cos pi is minus 1, cos 0 is 1. So minus 1 it will become minus 2, and minus of minus it will become plus 4 I naught upon pi. This is a naught. Next we are going to go for an. So an is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of t cos n t dt. Now f of t, again it is I naught sin t. I naught is acting as a constant, room it outside. So I am having a product of two trigonometric functions in which I cannot apply Bernoulli's rule. So we are going to apply sin a into cos b formula. So applying for sin a into cos b, given by 1 by 2 sin of a plus b plus sin of a minus b. So in place of a it is t. In place of b it is nt. Same procedure what I have taken in the previous. So here t taking common, making it as 3 plus 2, and here I cannot make it directly 3 minus 2, so I have taken the negative sign common, and once I take the negative sign common, here comes minus sign of n minus 1 into t. So 2 by pi as it is, integral 0 to pi, I naught will come out, this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. Here minus sign is there, so I need to integrate this separately. I need not have to apply any Bernoulli's rule here, because minus sign is there and 1 functions are there, so up directly integrate. Sin theta's integration is minus cos theta. Here it is sine of n plus 1 into t, so it will become minus cos of n plus 1 into t upon n plus 1. Similarly, sine of n minus 1 into t, it will become minus cos of n minus 1 into t upon n minus 1. This minus and this minus will make it plus, limits ranging from 0 to pi. Upper limit minus the lower limit, we are going to simplify. Here cos of n plus 1 into pi is minus 1 raised to n plus 1, and this minus I'll write it as it is here. Cos of n minus 1 into pi is minus 1 raised to n minus 1. Cos 0 is 1, minus 1 upon n plus 1, 1 upon n minus 1. This minus will raise the power as minus 1 raised to n plus 2 and minus 1 raised to n minus 1 as it is. This minus and this minus will make it plus. This minus and plus will make it minus. Splitting out the powers, minus 1 raised to 2 is plus 1. Minus 1 raised to minus 1 is minus 1. That minus and this plus will make it minus. Out of this 2, I will be taking minus 1 raised to n common. I am remained with 1 upon n plus 1 minus 1 upon n minus 1. And I am combining these two in one bracket. Taking the LCM, simplifying. Minus 2 upon n square is common in both the terms, so take it out. I am remained inside as minus 1 raised to n plus 1. So once I take it common, here is the term what I am getting as an. Now I have to restrict this because in the denominator I am having here n square minus 1. So I have to keep a restriction that for n not equals to 1. So now we have to talk for n equals to 1. So again consider an formula. So an formula is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi I naught sin t into cos n t. I have to go for a1. So take n as 1. So this will become a1 equals to 2 by pi integral 0 to pi I naught sin t into cos t dt. So this becomes here. If you observe now here, it is product of two trigonometric functions. I naught is acting as a constant, it will come out. I will remain with sin t into cos t. I have already discussed this. If you want, you can apply for transformation formulae, or directly you are having sin 2 theta is equals to 2 sin theta into cos theta, which I can write it as sin theta into cos theta as sin 2 theta upon 2. So cancelling this 2, integrating this term, upper limit minus the lower limit, when I do, a1 is equivalent to 0. So to write for the series, as we know that the Fourier series will be given as a0 by 2 plus summation n equals to 1 to infinity an cos n t. Now here I am restricted with n equals to 1, so I am going to separate the term from this summation such that this becomes a1 cos t plus this summation will start from n equals to 2. So substituting a0 value, a1 value is 0, an value from n equals to 2, this is what I am going to get. Here f of t is equals to 2, this 2 ones are 2 2s are, so 2 I naught upon pi minus this quantity will be 0, minus 2 I naught upon pi will come out. Inside remains summation n equals to 2 to infinity 1 upon n square minus 1 into 1 plus minus 1 raised to n cos n t. So this is what the Fourier series for the given function. Now to deduce for this series, we are going to substitute now. As I have told you already how to deduce for the series. Here you need to substitute, this is a cos series, so you are going to substitute t is equals to 0. Now whether the given function is continuous or discontinuous function, we have to check by the defined term. Now if you observe here f of t, when I am defining, this becomes I naught sin t in 0 less than t less than pi. Here 0 less than t means it is a discontinuous function. T is not taking the value, that is t equals to 0. In that case, how to compute? I have told you, you have to use the formula here. f of t is equals to 1 by 2 into f of t plus f of t minus. When we take this becomes f of 0 is equals to 1 by 2 f of 0 plus f of 0 minus. So to compute for f of 0, as we know that we have to take the positive range and the negative range. So if you see the function, both the ranges are positive. So any one function you can consider. So when I am considering to calculate f of 0 plus, I will consider the function f of t is equals to I naught sine t. So substitute here t as 0. So I naught sine 0 will become now 0. So f of 0 plus is 0. Similarly, f of 0 minus, whether you take plus 0 or minus 0, that is going to be one and same, because sign of positive 0 or sign of negative 0 is going to be 0 only. So this is f of 0 minus. So when I substitute here, f of 0 will become 1 by 2, 0 plus 0, that is equivalent to 0. So f of 0 value is 0. I am substituting in this equation, that is equation 1. So this becomes f of 0 is equals to 2 into I naught by pi minus, here remains 2 into I naught by pi summation n equals to 2 to infinity, okay, 1 upon n square minus 1 into 1 plus minus 1 raised to n into cos 0. Now we further to simplify, as we know that f of 0 is 0, 2 I naught upon pi minus 2 I naught upon pi summation n equals to 2 to infinity 1 upon n square minus 1 into 1 plus minus 1 raised to n only remains, because cos 0 is 1. Shift this 2 I naught by pi this side, so it will become minus 2 I naught by pi is equals to minus 2 I naught by pi summation n equals to 2 to infinity 1 upon n square minus 1 into 1 plus minus 1 raised to n. Now since this is into this minus 2, I naught, pi will get cancelled. What is remaining here? Here remains 1, not 0, is equals to summation n equals to 2 to infinity 1 upon n square minus 1 into 1 plus minus 1 raised to n. And we know that 1 plus minus 1 raised to n value is equals to, if you take n as odd, so this minus 1 raised to 1 is minus 1. So plus into minus is minus. So 1 minus 1 is becoming 0. So this value is 0 if n is odd. And this value is becoming 2 if n is even. So this becomes here 1 is equals to summation n equals to 2, 4, 6 so on up till infinity 1 upon n square minus 1 into 2. Bring this 2 outside the summation. So 1 is equals to 2 into summation n equals to 2, 4, 6 so on up till infinity 1 upon n square minus 1. So this 2 will come in the denominator. So 1 upon 2 is equals to summation n equals to 2, 4, 6 so on up till infinity 1 upon n square minus 1. Now try to split the summation by substituting 2, 4, 6. So when you substitute 2, this will become 2 square it is 4, 4 minus 1 it is 3. So this will become 1 upon 3 plus 4 square it is 16, 16 minus 1 it is 15 plus 6 square it is 36, 36 minus 1 it is 35 plus so on. If you want in our required form, try to write this 3 as 1 into 3. Then 15 you write it as 3 into 5. 35 you write it as 5 into 7 plus so on. Hence the required deduction. This is a very important problem as per the exam point of view. Thank you.